Herobrine is the most famous myth and legend in all of gaming, becoming so synonymous with Minecraft itself that even after Notch would repeatedly tell players he didn't exist, players would still report seeing him in their worlds. From 2010 to 2014, Herobrine not only spread through the internet like wildfire, but also seemingly made thousands of appearances in players' survival worlds, forever cementing himself as a nostalgic legend of Minecraft's earliest days. However, nobody knows who created Herobrine exactly. Nobody knows how Herobrine came to be. And almost nobody knows that for 13 years now, the story of Herobrine has been very wrong. Herobrine's true origin story and original form were only just recently discovered. We all know the legend of Herobrine, but I'll give you a brief rundown of his most known origin story as a refresher. Herobrine was first mentioned in an old creepypasta on 4chan, where a player recounts his paranormal experiences and posts the first ever screenshot of Herobrine. The player recently spawned in a new single-player world, where everything was normal at first as he began chopping down some trees. Amongst the fog he saw what he thought was a cow, but it was another character with empty eyes and no name. He tried to pursue the strange figure out of curiosity, but before he knew it, he was gone. The player then began finding strange things around his world, 2x2 tunnels, sand pyramids, trees with no leaves. The player took to the forums to ask if anybody else had seen such an anomaly, to which his post was deleted by a user named Herobrine, who told him to stop. The player then managed to get in contact with other users on the forums who had claimed to see him, and after further research, it was supposedly revealed that Herobrine was the name of Notch's dead brother. From there, a player called Copeland stumbled across the creepypasta and liked it. Copeland was part of a streaming duo with his friend called Brocraft and decided to Photoshop Herobrine into a screenshot of his world, getting great reactions out of his chat. So, he decided to do a stream where he would encounter Herobrine, of which we now know was a retextured painting. His viewers and the community did not though, and soon after his encounter, Copeland would post the clip to the Minecraft forums, where it would receive almost 700 responses. Most players at the time were freaked out, scared to touch the game again, and utterly terrified by the clip. From there, Herobrine and this clip spread all around the Minecraft community, with a variety of other players having their own sightings and telling their own stories of strange occurrences in their worlds. By this point, Notch and Mojang had become well aware of Herobrine and, as a joke, decided to include, starting in beta 1.6.6, the famous removed Herobrine text in the game's changelogs. This would be a regular occurrence, appearing in a variety of Minecraft updates at the time, and this tradition is still continued today, with it last being mentioned in the 1.20 changelogs. Back then, the changelogs used to immediately appear when you opened the Minecraft launcher, and as such, a lot of people saw Herobrine was removed and likely googled him out of confusion to get more information, growing his popularity immensely. And the rest is history. There have been mods, hundreds of sighting videos with millions of views, and a lot of videos revisiting the now well-known story of Herobrine. And they are all wrong.
Andrew just saved big on a laser hair remover at Amazon. 'Cause less hair, more air.
BHP is partnering with Saskatchewan to bring more Canadian potash to the world.
Now, something many of you may not have noticed is that back in 2010, Herobrine was regularly referred to as another name, him. In fact, Copeland's original sighting thread, where Herobrine first began gaining popularity, referred to Herobrine as just him as well. You can find a lot of posts referencing him and his mythical white eyes, Herobrine's key feature, and the sole thing distinguishing him from Steve. But things start to get confusing when you realize that many of these posts where Herobrine is not named at all, but instead referred to as just him, were made days or even weeks before Copeland's sighting, and seem to refer to a different entity altogether. Let's first go back to July the 31st, 2010, exactly 1 month before Copeland's stream. A post was made to the forums called 13.ogg, a work of fiction, by user I'm a Hedgehog. Just a day before this post, Minecraft Alpha 1.0.14, a Secret Friday update, had released containing Disc 13, which at the time, alongside Cat, were the first 2 music discs to ever be added to Minecraft. Cat was a nice melodic disc, pleasant to listen to, but on the other hand, 13 was extremely unsettling, off-putting, and outright creepy. It's important to note that Minecraft at the time during Alpha was significantly scarier. The darker lighting, lack of a brightness slider, secret updates where Notch would add features to the game without telling players what exactly was added, amongst the game's young age leading to players not knowing much about it, made Minecraft a vast, scary, and unknown world at the time. Not only that, but cave ambience noises were also only recent additions to the game at the time, making Minecraft much scarier, especially when in pitch black caves. Players were very confused about 13's addition upon discovering the disc in-game, creating stories about it and theorizing if there was more to the disc than what they could see, or rather hear. I'm a Hedgehog happened to write one of those posts, a fictional tale of the lore behind Disc 13. But what's actually notable about this thread isn't the original post, rather a comment on the 3rd page left a few hours later by a user called Flaky. Flaky had reposted a story from an anonymous user on 4chan that went like this. I think I'm going crazy. I abandoned my mine due to strange shit happening, like blocks coming out of nowhere and my torches going missing. It was really strange. The strange thing was that there wasn't a single monster or slime or anything down there, but there was a lot of minerals. Quite a lot of cave ambience that I've never heard before. Must have been included in the Secret Friday update. I don't know. But recently I've been hearing really strange things around the building I built around it. It feels like whispers. It's strange really. I feel like going back down there, but I really don't want to because of the creepy shit that happens. Plus I'd need a lot more torches. It just seems that the cave is alive and angry at me. I decided to go down there one day, one last time to see if I could get any stuff that I could, before truly abandoning it. I couldn't find a single one of my torches that I left down there. I don't know what's happening to them. This just made me want to leave the cave even more. I spent about 2 minutes inside and noticed that I couldn't hear anything. The ambience stopped. At this point, I was creeped out and decided to leave before it got dark outside.